Hello, everyone. Have you ever said something when you were angry and later regretted it? Have you ever felt sadness, stress, or fear but did not know how to control it? Emotions are powerful. Sometimes they help us, but sometimes they control us. Today's story is called Control Your Emotions. It is about a young man who often became angry very quickly. Because of his emotions, he lost friends, hurt people, and almost destroyed his own life. But one day, he learned an important lesson. Real strength is not controlling other people. Real strength is controlling yourself. Now, let's begin. His name was Ryan. Ryan was a smart young man. He worked hard. He learned quickly. And many people thought he would become successful one day. But Ryan had one big problem. He could not control his emotions, especially his anger. When something went wrong, he became angry immediately. If someone disagreed with him, he shouted. If someone made a mistake, he lost patience. Even small problems made him upset. At work, people were careful around him. His co-workers said, "Ryan is talented, but very difficult." At home, his parents worried about him. His mother often said, "Ryan, calm down first, then speak." But Ryan never listened. He believed his anger was normal. "I am just honest," he said. But deep inside, he was not peaceful. As time passed, Ryan started losing people around him. One day, he argued with his best friend. It started from a small misunderstanding, but Ryan became angry very quickly. He shouted loudly. He said hurtful words. His friend stayed silent for a moment. Then he said softly, "I don't want to talk anymore." After that day, they stopped speaking. Ryan felt angry at first, but later that night, he felt empty. Still, he did not change. At work, his manager warned him many times. "You need to control your emotions." His manager said, "You are hurting teamwork." But Ryan ignored the warning. He thought everyone else was the problem, not him. In the morning, Ryan arrived at work feeling stressed. He did not sleep well the night before. He was tired. His mind was heavy. Then, something small happened. A coworker made a mistake in an important report. It was not a big mistake. It could be fixed easily, but Ryan exploded with anger. He shouted in front of everyone. His voice was loud. His words were sharp. The office became silent. Nobody spoke. Nobody moved. His coworker looked embarrassed and close to tears. A few minutes later, Ryan's manager called him into the office. The manager looked disappointed. "This cannot continue," he said. "You are smart, Ryan, but your emotions are controlling your life." Then Ryan heard words he never expected. "You are suspended for 2 weeks." Ryan felt shocked. For the first time, his anger had caused a serious problem. During those 2 weeks, Ryan stayed home alone. No work, no busy schedule, no noise, only silence. At first, he felt angry at everyone, his manager, his coworker, the world. But slowly, his anger became quieter, and his thoughts became louder. He started remembering many moments, arguments, broken friendships, painful words. He realized something difficult. The problem was not other people. The problem was him. That truth hurt him deeply. One evening, he looked at himself in the mirror and asked quietly, "Why am I always angry?" For the first time, he truly wanted to change. One afternoon, Ryan went for a walk in the park. He sat alone on a bench. His mind felt heavy. An old man sat next to him. The man looked calm and peaceful. After a few minutes, the old man smiled and asked, "You look troubled. What happened?" Ryan normally did not talk to strangers, but this time he spoke honestly. "I get angry very easily," he said. "My emotions are ruining my life." The old man listened carefully. Then he said something simple. "Emotions are like fire. Fire can cook your food or burn your house." Ryan stayed silent. The old man continued, "Strong people are not people who shout the loudest. Strong people are those who stay calm in difficult moments." Those words stayed in Ryan's mind long after the conversation ended. After meeting the old man, Ryan could not stop thinking about his words. Emotions are like fire. That sentence stayed in his mind. The next morning, Ryan woke up early. He sat quietly in his room. No phone, no music, no noise, just silence. For the first time in many years, he listened to his own thoughts. He realized something important. He was always reacting too fast. When he felt angry, he shouted immediately. When he felt stress, he blamed other people. When he felt pain, he hid it behind anger. He never stopped to breathe, never stopped to think. That day, he made a small promise to himself. "When I feel angry, I will pause first." It sounded simple, but for Ryan, it was very difficult. A few days later, Ryan returned to work. He felt nervous. Some coworkers looked uncomfortable around him. Others avoided eye contact. Ryan understood why. He had hurt many people before. That morning, another small mistake happened in the office. Normally, Ryan would become angry immediately. And for 1 second, he felt the old anger again. Hot, fast, strong. But then he remembered the old man's words. Stay calm in difficult moments. Ryan closed his eyes for a moment. He took a slow breath, then another breath. The office stayed quiet. Everyone waited for him to explode. But this time, he did something different. He spoke calmly. "It's okay," he said softly. "Let's fix it together." His coworkers looked surprised. Ryan himself felt surprised too. For the first time, he controlled his anger instead of letting anger control him. As the weeks passed, Ryan slowly changed. Not perfectly, not immediately, but little by little. He started paying attention to his emotions. When he felt angry, he asked himself, "What am I really feeling?" Sometimes the answer was not anger. Sometimes it was stress. Sometimes fear. Sometimes sadness. Ryan realized that many angry people are actually hurting inside. One evening, he sat alone in his apartment and thought about his childhood. He remembered difficult moments, pressure, loneliness, the fear of failure. For many years, he had hidden these feelings behind anger because anger felt stronger than sadness. But now, he understood something new. Real courage is being honest about your feelings. One day, Ryan decided to call his old best friend, the friend he hurt long ago. Ryan felt nervous. His hands were shaking slightly. When the phone connected, there was a long silence. Then Ryan spoke quietly. "I'm sorry," he said. "I hurt you because I could not control myself." His friend stayed silent for a moment. Then he answered softly. I waited a long time to hear that. Ryan felt emotional, not because of sadness, but because he finally understood the value of humility. After that day, Ryan started rebuilding relationships slowly. He listened more, spoke more carefully, and became more patient with people. For the first time in years, People felt comfortable around him again. Months passed. Ryan was no longer the same person. He still felt emotions. He still became stressed sometimes, still angry sometimes. But now, he understood how to manage those feelings. One evening, he walked through the park again, the same park, where he met the old man. The sky was calm. The wind felt soft. Ryan sat quietly on the bench and smiled to himself. He finally understood something important. Controlling emotions does not mean hiding feelings. It means understanding them, managing them, not letting them control your actions. Ryan looked at the sunset and thought quietly, the strongest person is not the loudest person. The strongest person is the one who stays calm when life becomes difficult. And for the first time in his life, Ryan truly felt peaceful. After changing himself, Ryan started noticing something new. Many people around him also struggled with emotions. Some people hid their sadness. Some people carried stress every day. Some people smiled outside, but felt broken inside. Ryan understood those feelings now because he had lived through them himself. One day, a young coworker became angry during work. The young man shouted loudly and almost left the office. Years ago, Ryan would probably become angry too. But this time, he stayed calm. He walked to the young man quietly and said, "Take a deep breath first." The young man looked surprised. Ryan smiled softly. "I understand how you feel," he said. "Anger feels powerful for a moment, but later, it only leaves pain." They talked for a long time that day, and Ryan realized something important. Sometimes, people who suffer the most can help others the most. Ryan's life slowly became different. Not perfect, but peaceful. He started waking up earlier. He exercised in the morning. He spent less time on his phone, more time with family, more time listening, more time living in the moment. Before, his mind was always full of noise, stress, pressure, anger. But now, his heart felt quieter, lighter, healthier. One evening, his mother looked at him and smiled. "You changed," she said softly. Ryan smiled too. "Yes," he answered. "I finally learned how to control myself." His mother looked proud. Not because Ryan became rich, not because he became successful, but because he became peaceful. A few months later, Ryan faced another difficult situation. A big project at work failed. Many people were stressed. The office became tense and emotional. One manager blamed Ryan unfairly. During a meeting, everyone looked at Ryan, waiting. The old Ryan would have exploded immediately. He would have shouted, argued, made everything worse. But this time was different. Ryan felt the anger rising inside him. Fast, hot, strong. But he stopped. He took a deep breath, then another one, and another one. Finally, he spoke calmly. "I understand the frustration," he said. "But shouting will not solve the problem." The room became silent. People looked shocked, not because Ryan was angry, but because he was calm. At that moment, Ryan realized how far he had come. That night, Ryan walked home slowly. The city lights were bright. Cars moved quickly around him, but inside, he felt calm. For many years, he thought emotional control meant becoming cold, without feelings, without emotion. But now he understood the truth. Real emotional control does not mean becoming emotionless. It means not letting emotions decide your actions. You can feel anger without hurting people. You can feel sadness without giving up. You can feel fear without losing yourself. Ryan smiled quietly because now he no longer feared his emotions. He understood them, and that changed everything. Years later, Ryan became a different person. People respected him, not because he was loud, not because he was powerful, but because he was calm, stable, kind. One afternoon, he sat in the same park where he once met the old man. The wind moved gently through the trees. Ryan closed his eyes for a moment and thought about his past, the anger, the pain, the mistakes, and the long journey to change himself. Then he smiled softly because now he understood. The most important lesson of all: life will always have problems. People will disappoint you. Things will go wrong. But your emotions do not need to destroy your life. You always have a choice. You can react with anger, or you can respond with wisdom. Ryan opened his eyes and looked at the peaceful sky. For the first time in many years, his heart felt truly free. And maybe real freedom is not controlling the world around you. Maybe real freedom is controlling yourself. So, this is Ryan's story. A man who was controlled by anger until he learned how to control himself. Remember this carefully. Your emotions are powerful. They can build your life or destroy it. One moment of anger can damage years of friendship. One moment of patience can save a relationship. Real strength is not shouting louder than other people. Real strength is staying calm when life becomes difficult. So the next time you feel angry, pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, will this emotion help me or hurt me? Thank you for listening. Keep learning English. Keep growing every day. And I will see you in the next story.